It is essential to be up to date on happenings around you, and to make that easy for you, ladies and gentlemen, we present Freshlight, where we bring fresh newspaper headlines to the limelight. Mondays to Saturdays, 8:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Watch, like, subscribe, and make sure your notification is activated on our YouTube channel. You can also like and comment on our pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Al-IyamoyeTv and radio.
Beautiful morning here at Al-IyamoyeTv and radio, and it is time for Freshlight, where we get to save you the stress of flipping through the newspaper pages as you drive to work, or as you're settling down at work, or if you're at home. We give you the opportunity to listen to fresh headlines from our newspapers every morning. And today is not going to be an exemption. A Friday that is going to be a blessed Friday. Welcome to Freshlight. I am OLUWAFISAYOMI, AJIBOLA.
And I am RISIQAT FUNMILAYO. Thanks for joining.
Okay, this morning we will be coming with 6 different newspapers, and that include Daily Independent, Daily Trust, Vanguard, The Nation newspaper, the Punch newspaper, and The Guardian newspaper. Starting with Daily Independent this morning, let's look at the stories that made cover page on Daily Independent.
I will be taking the leading stories on Daily Independent newspaper. Nigeria's 77 trillion naira debt, calamity of highest proportion. Buhari appoints AIG Garba Umar as advisor on security. PDP receding, let's regain its prime place, Atiku tells members. 10th NAS Reps Caucus vows to review APC zoning. You can find this APC zoning arrangement on page 7 in the Daily Independent. NIMET alert on thunderstorm activities in northern states. Supreme Court adjourns Nnamdi Kanu case to September 14. PEPC adjourn pre-hearing on Atiku PDP petition to May 18. APC sets aside suspension of Jimade Shija and 5 others.
Okay, those are the headlines on the Daily Independent this morning. Let's give attention to details. Now, the first one, Nigerian 77 trillion naira debt, calamity of highest proportion, Pengasen. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasen, on Thursday decried Nigerians' current debt stock of 77 trillion naira, describing it as a calamity of the highest proportion. Pengasen raised the alarm at its 7th Triennial National Delegate Conference NDC 2023, which held in Abuja with the theme Equity and Social Justice, Advocacy for Equal Opportunities for All Workers. Speaking during the event, Comrade Festus Oshifo, the Pengasen president, said Nigerians' current total public debt profile is quite alarming, mostly when compared to the cost of servicing the debt to the revenue generated by government per annum. Get the details on Daily Independent this morning. Nigerians 77 trillion naira debt, calamity of highest proportion, Pengasen. Also on Daily Independent, NIMET alert on thunderstorms activities in northern states. Following observed thunderstorm clouds activity in the northeastern part of the country, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency NIMET has alerted the public on a possible heavy rainfall activities in the coming days in some states in the northern part of the country. Mutairu Yusuf Ibrahim, the General Manager of Public Relations NIMET, made this known in a statement to journalists in Abuja on Thursday. According to the statement, thunderstorm cells are currently observed over the northern part of the country, including Borno, Taraba, Gombe, Bauchi, and Kano. These are expected to propagate westward to give squally thunderstorm to some cities. NIMET alerts on thunderstorms activity in northern states Daily Independent has the details. Okay, also on Daily Independent, you will see another story here as reported by Daily Independent, and that is the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. Supreme Court adjourns Nnamdi Kanu's case to September 14. The Supreme Court on Thursday adjourned to September 14, 2023 for definite hearing of the appeal filed by the federal government challenging the release of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu had been in custody since his forceful rendition to Nigeria from Kenya in November 2021. Recall that the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division, had on October 13, 2022, cleared Nnamdi Kanu of alleged treason and terrorism charges against him and dismissed the remaining 6 count charges brought against him by the federal government. Nnamdi Kanu adjourns Supreme Court adjourns Nnamdi Kanu's case to September 15. Daily Independent has the details. Okay, still on Daily Independent, you will see this. Makinde logs Nigerian police orders over peaceful conduct of general elections in Oyo. Sheyi Makinde, Oyo State Governor, has on Thursday commended the Nigerian police officer for their professional effort that led to the free, fair, and credible polls in the state at the last general election. The governor also pledged to replicate the support given to the State Police Swift Response Squad, SRS, in the first 100 days of his second term in office. He gave the pledge while hosting the Assistant Inspector General of Police, AIG Zone 2, in charge of Oyo and Osun State, AIG Sikiru Akonde, who was on the court's visit to the governor's office at Godi Secretariat, Ibadan. Makinde lauds Nigerian police orders over peaceful conduct of general elections in Oyo State. That can be found on the Independent this morning. Do you have anyone at your side?
Yes, I have. Also on Daily Independent, I have solar energy suitable for small businesses, says by Adegoke. Mrs. Busayo Adegoke is a venture partner at Squiddy Global Renewable Energy, a company that offers unique services and products to Nigerians. She's also the president of Junior Chamber International Lagos Metropolitan. In the interview, she said, We got into this industry by first ensuring the knowledge required to disrupt the power space with renewable energy solutions was acquired. It took a long time and dedication, but it was worth it, after which we produced to client acquisition phase. To read more of this story, you can go to Daily Independent newspaper this morning.
PDP receding, let's regain its prime place, Atiku tells member. The presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, has charged the party to wake up and take its dominant place in politics. Speaking at the reception of PDP governors-elect and sent forth of past PDP Governors Forum chairman, Atiku noted that the party, which started as a dominant party in 1999, has been receding. The former vice president, who noted that the PDP has a number of challenges, urged the party to put an end to what is happening and take its rightful place in Nigerian politics. Yes, you can get to read details of this. PDP receding, let's regain its prime place, Atiku tells member, Daily Independent. Lastly, on Daily Independent, APC set aside suspension of Gemade Shija, 5 others. Okay, the national leadership of the governing All Progressive Congress, APC, has set aside a purported suspension of 7 party chieftains by the Benue State chapter of the party. The party chieftains included Senator Barnabas Gemade, Professor Teabak Chija, and 5 others. The Benue leadership of the party pronounced the suspension of the 7 chieftains on Wednesday. APC set aside suspension of Gemade Chija, 5 others. Daily Independent has the details. Let's move on to another newspaper. Let's look at what Daily Trust has at its cover page.
Okay, on Daily Trust, we have uncertainty over multi-billion naira Abuja Airport runway project. NAS leadership, aspirants not consulted before zoning, Adamu admits. Dangote refinery to cut fuel import. Evils of subsidy shortly, Pengasan says. Tribunal adjourns Atiku APM's motion to May 18. And also have Northwest deserves the state presidency. So these are the stories we have for Daily Trust newspaper this morning.
Okay, those are the cover stories on Daily Trust newspaper. Let's look at the details of the story. Uncertainty over multi-billion-naira Abuja Airport runway project. There is disquiet in the aviation industry over the fresh approval of 3.4 billion as consultancy fee for the second runway of Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Daily Trust can report. The second runway project has been in the drawing board since the first tenure of President Muhammadu Buhari and has seen an annual budgetary allocations for 6 years non-stop. Despite the desirability of the project to create alternative landing facility for the second busiest airport in Nigeria after the Lagos airport, experts and stakeholders in the aviation industry are befuddled over the funding pattern of the project, which they said had not been definite. Uncertainty over multi-billion-naira Abuja Airport runway project. Daily Trust has it. Also on Daily Trust, you will see the story. Most of criticism against me misguided. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, yesterday said most of the criticism against him and his office were misinformed and misguided owing to the critics' linear approach to analyzing the issues. He said this in Abuja at the launch and public presentation of his autobiography titled Traversing the Thorny Terrain of Nigeria's Justice Sector, My Travails and Triumphs. According to him, the critics forget that as the Honorable Attorney General of Nigeria and Minister of Defense, you have to take consistent decisions that will be in line with underlying principles of law. Most of criticism against me misguided. Malami, that is on Daily Trust this morning.
Also on Daily Trust, I have this. Kano mother kidnaps daughter, demands 3 million from husband. A 25-year-old woman, Rahama Sulaiman, has been arrested by police in Kano for allegedly kidnapping her 6-year-old daughter, Hafsat Kabiru, and demanding 3 million naira. Speaking with parading suspects and other criminals at the Kano Police Command headquarters, the Commissioner of Police, Muhammad Hussein Gumel, said they received a report from the husband, Kabiru Shehu, that his daughter had been kidnapped. Following the investigation, the victim was rescued in Madobi local government area and the wife was rescued. And to read more of this story, you can go to the Daily Trust newspaper. That's why we have it this morning.
ISWAP kills 3 IDPs, injures 8 soldiers, 5 others in Borno. No fewer than 3 internally displaced persons, IDPs, have been killed and 13 others, among them 8 soldiers, wounded in separate attacks by fighters of Islamic State West African Province, ISWAP, in Damboa local government area of Borno State. Daily Trust had earlier reported how ISWAP fired RPGs that wounded some servicemen and civilians during an operation at Talala enclaves of ISWAP on Tuesday in the local government. To read details of that terrorism, ISWAP killed 3 IDPs, injured 8 soldiers, 5 others in Borno. 75% of inmates in Nigeria are pretrial detainees. The network of University Legal Aid Institution, NULAI, a civil society organization, says pretrial detention has resulted in overcrowding at the correctional centers across Nigeria. It says 75% of inmates in the country are pretrial detainees. President NULA, Professor Ernest Ojukwu, said this at an event tagged Reforming Pretrial Detention in Nigeria, Project Retrospect Outlook Closeout section organized in Abuja yesterday. Ojukwu was represented by the Executive Director of NULAI, Mukhtar Nasiru, said the figure in Nigeria is 75% and it has been consistent. 75% of inmates in Nigeria are pretrial detainees. Daily Trust has the details.
Also on Daily Trust, I have Dangote refinery to cut fuel import. Evils of subsidy shortly. Pengasan says the coming on stream of Dangote refinery in coming days will cut importation of petroleum products by NNPC Limited and the evils of petroleum subsidy. The President Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pegasan, Comrade Festus Osifo, stated this on Thursday on 7th National Delegates Conference in Abuja. He said with the refinery, there will be an impact on the fuel subsidy dynamics. He also said, Kaduna is yet to start and we are pushing to ensure they completed on time. He said, has he partly blamed the delay on insecurity and kidnapping in Nigeria. To read more of this, you can go to the Daily Trust newspaper. Dangote refinery to cut fuel import. Evils of subsidy shortly, says by Pengasans.
Okay, let's take the last story on Daily Trust before we move to the Nation newspaper. Customs arrest Nigerian with Nigerian military camouflage. Customs operatives have arrested a Nigerian transporting military camouflage and foreign tactical camouflage to a yet-to-be-identified persons in Nigeria. The suspect was apprehended during a stop-and-search operation while driving a Volkswagen Golf along the Jibia-Castina Road on April 25 at around 11:30 a.m. Comptroller Musa Ibrahim Jallo of the Federal Operation Unit FOU Zone B disclosed this during a news briefing on the zone's activities from March to April in Kaduna on Thursday. Jallo said the patrol officers noticed a sack in the vehicle during the operation and later discovered various military camouflage shirts, trousers and t-shirts after opening it. Customs arrest Nigerian with Nigerian military camouflage. Daily Trust has the details. Let's move to the Nation newspaper and check what is on the cover page of the Nation.
On the Nation newspaper, we have APC chairman to aggrieve lawmakers. Hold your fire. Free Kano as parting gift. Or Haineze tells Buhari. President Tinubu orders celebrate Fashoranti at 97. Wike Makinde orders Sean Pali with Atiku, PDP leaders. We also have 75,000 inmates feed with 22.4 billion naira annually, says federal government. Non-oil exports process to attract rebate, says CBN. So these are the stories we have on the Nation covers page.
APC chairman to aggrieve lawmaker, hold your fire. It has riders like zoning of National Assembly top post not final. Yari Kalu Musa take protest to Secretariat. Umai issues will be resolved amicably. The detail. Aggrieved aspirant seeking top position in the National Assembly got a message from the party yesterday. Hold your fire, Adamu urged. Adamu received the 3 Senate President aspirants, Oji Uzokalu, Sani Musa and Abdulaziz Yari, all angry about the zoning formula proposed by the party, promised them that party's leaders will take another look at the matter after consultation with President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He said the zoning formula is not final. APC chairman to aggrieve lawmakers, hold your fire. Also, you will see this. Wike, Makinde, others Sean Pali with Atiku, PDP leaders. The People's Democratic Party PDP post-election reconciliation plan failed to take off yesterday. Okay, the details here. During the meeting at Transcorp Hilton Hotel Abuja, Atiku emphasized the need to reposition in the main opposition party. Although the G5 governors, Iyesam Wike Rivers, Seyi Makinde Oyo, Samuel Utom Benue, Okeze Ikpeazu Habia, Ifeanyi Agwanyi Enugu were invited to the interactive section by Chairman of PDP Governors Forum, Sokoto State, Governor Aminu Tambuwa. They declined. None of them sent a representative. Wike, Makinde orders Sean Pali with Atiku, PDP leaders. The Nation has the details.
Also on the Nation newspaper, Free Kano as party gift. Ohaneze tells Buhari. Ohaneze Ndigbo worldwide yesterday urged President Muhammad Buhari to free the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. President General Chief Emmanuel Nwanyawu urged President Buhari, who described as an Igbo son and honorary Ohaneze member, to ensure Kano's release before May 29 as a parting gift to the southeast. Nwanyawu spoke at the red flag of Oguta Orashi Waterways Hydrographic Survey and Dredging Degemo in Imo State. The Court of Appeal in Abuja struck out the remaining 7 charges after Justice Binta Unyako of the Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed 8 of the 15 amended court. To read more of this story, you can go to the Nation newspaper. Free Kano as parting gift. Ohaneze tells Buhari.
Okay, still on Nnamdi Kanu, you will see this. Supreme Court to hear appeals in Kanu's case, September 14. The Nation is reporting that the Supreme Court has fixed hearing for September 14 in the appeals by the federal government and the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. The prosecution appealed the Court of Appeal judgment ordering Kanu's release and squashing the treasonable felony charge against him on the ground that he was wrongly renditioned from Kenya. Kanu appealed the ruling by the Court of Appeal, staying the execution of the judgment. The appeal court be heard yesterday due to federal government request to file its response to the objection raised by Kanu's lawyer, Mike Ozekume. You can read details. Supreme Court to hear appeals in Kanu's case, September 14. Okay, last story on the Nation newspaper. Buhari appoints Baba Umar security advisor on Interpol. President Muhammad Buhari has appointed retiring assistant Inspector General of Police AIG Baba Umar as a senior security advisor on international police cooperation and counter-terrorism, Interpol, in the office of the Minister of Police Affairs. A statement by his senior special assistant on media and publicity, Gaba Shehu, said the appointment would help Nigeria keep its place in an executive member of Interpol, which is currently head by Umar. Though Umar is due to retire soon, his office is an executive member of the Interpol subset till November 2024, according to the statement. Buhari appoints Baba Umar security advisor on Interpol. The Nation has the details. We'll go for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the other newspapers we still have on our shelves.
Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek greener pasture abroad. To those who are in the traveling agency business, it is a rocket science. That is not our case at Tausaf Travels and Tour. We have in-depth details on how to successfully, without stress, help you process and secure your visa to anywhere in the world. Do you want permanent residential and tourism visa, student visa to places like Europe, America? It's no big deal to us at Tausaf Travels and Tour. Our years of experience and expertise speaks volume for us. Let's process and secure visa for you to UK, Canada within a twinkle of an eye. We offer Hajj and Umrah services to our Muslim faithfuls. What are you waiting for? Consult us at number 9 Cholanke Street behind Laroy Hotel, Abiola Way, Abeokuta. 0802-733-0900 or 0806-578-4060. Stop wasting money. Pay for peace of mind. Talk to Tausaf Travels and Tour. Thousands have been disappointed severally in their bid to seek.
Afẹ́ tó gbayì tó fẹ́ wọṣọ yìí ṣoge tó bágbà mú ló ń kọjá lọ sí House of Zayana. The name I know of top-notch fashion, quality materials and class. House ti máa rojúlówó Turkey wears, Egypt and Malaysia clothing, Dubai, àwọn designer bags lóríṣiríṣi, àwọn tó jìnnà tí wọ́n fa wọ original ṣe, àwọn aago wákàtí ọjọ́, designer sunglasses and perfume. Pẹ̀lú àwọn gbogbo nǹkan tóbìnrin àsìkò fi mo débẹ̀ ó kàmí èmi ni ó rà èmi ni ó mú gbogbo ẹ̀yin mùsùlùmí ẹlẹ́sìn tẹ́ gbòógì gbọ́npa fashion tẹ́ hijab àti àbáyà lóríṣiríṣi. House of Zayana lẹ́wọ̀n ti rí gbogbo ẹ̀ rà. House of Zayana wà ní Go Road adjacent Redeemed Church Agape Parish Olóńṣògo Abẹ́òkúta. Instagram House of Zayana 0816568 House of ìtajà tá a ti ń tún nǹkan aṣaralóge tí ń gbéni níyì.
Welcome back. Now I'll be flipping through Vanguard newspaper. We have this front page: Northern senators threaten revolt over zoning template. Angola overtake Nigeria as top African crude oil producer. Consumers raise concerns as fruit sellers use chemicals for ripening. Detention: I'm scared Kanu may die in DSS custody, Ozekome says. Military onslaught: panic as fleeing terrorists approach Binigwari. Oguta Orashi River dredging, game changer for Imo Africa, Oshibanjo says. President's poll: court adjourns Atiku's petition till May 18th. We also have our expelled, suspended members acting APC script, says LP. Particulars of Kogi, Bayelsa, Imo governorship candidates out today, INEC says. We also have federal government vote 2.4 billion naira for Moshood Abiola Stadium High Performance Center. And there's a funny Mr. and Mrs. How do I collect the monthly allowance? Is it according to the rise and fall of the dollar, performance of the stock markets, or price of petrol? You will get it according to how I love you. Fine, half of your salary will do. So this is what we have on the Vanguard front page.
Okay, Senate presidency: Northern APC senators threaten revolt over zoning template. Northern senators, especially those elected on the platform of All Progressive Congress APC, have threatened to revolt against the party if the controversial zoning template for leadership of the 10th National Assembly was not revisited. Specifically, former governor of Zamfara State and Senator-elect Abdulaziz Yari said the entire North would revolt over the issue. He spoke when some Senate presidency aspirants visited the National Working Committee (NWC) of the APC yesterday in Abuja, adopted Senators Godswill Akpabio and Jubril Barau. It also zoned the speakership and deputy speakership to Northwest and Southeast and chose Tajuddin Abbas and Ben Kalu for the slot. The party said those selected were also the choice of President-elect Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Vanguard is reporting this with a cover: Senate presidency: Northern APC senators threaten revolt over zoning template. Woman in police net for faking own daughter's kidnap. This riders follows it. Demands 3 million ransom from husband. Another arranged kidnap for our brother for 20 million naira. A woman, 25-year-old, identified as Raman Sulaiman, is currently cooling her feet at the Kano police custody for allegedly faking the kidnap of her own 6-year-old daughter, Afsat Kabiru, and demanding 3 million naira ransom from her husband, Kabiru Shehu. Similarly, another woman, identified as Zainab Rabi, 45-year-old, was arrested for arranging the kidnap of her younger brother, Mustafa Bashir, and demanded 20 million naira ransom that later went down to 5.1 million after a series of negotiations. The Commissioner of Police, CP Mohammed Usani, confirmed the arrest while parading the women alongside 14 other suspects of kidnapping and a drug dealer at the Bompa headquarters of the police. Woman in police net for faking own daughter's kidnap. That is available on Vanguard newspaper this morning.
Also on Vanguard newspaper, Nigeria's second highest in maternal deaths worldwide. WHO says Nigeria is now second highest among countries with a high number of maternal deaths in the world. A new report from the World Health Organization, WHO, has disclosed this. The report tagged the 2023 Progress report revealed that Nigeria accounts for 29% of the global toll in 290,000 maternal death cases every year and may miss the SDG target by 2030. The country also ranked highest globally in incidence of neonatal and child deaths. The report also highlighted 8 other countries with high maternal, neonatal, and stillbirths, including Pakistan, the Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Bangladesh, China, Indonesia, Afghanistan, and the United Republic of Tanzania. Nigeria's second highest in maternal deaths worldwide. To read more of this story, you can go to Vanguard newspapers.
Lastly, on Vanguard newspaper, before moving to the Guardian, our expelled suspended members acting APC script, says LP. Acting National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, Obiora Ifo, has said that the expelled and suspended members of the party were being used by the ruling All Progressive Congress, APC, to cause chaos within its ranks. Ifo specifically accused the Deputy National Chairman, South, Lamidi Apampa, who said he has been suspended from the party, and the former Acting National Publicity Secretary, Abayomi Arabambi, whom he said was expelled by the Party National Executive Committee, of being the arrowhead of the destabilization plot. Ufo, in a statement in Abuja yesterday, said they had refused to join issues with the expelled former Acting National Publicity Secretary of Labour Party, Abayomi Arabambi, and the suspended National Chairman, Lamidi Apampa, on their mischievous narratives of the May 29 handover. Our expelled, suspended members acting APC script, says LP. That is on Vanguard newspaper. Moving to Guardian, let's see what the cover page of the Guardian is reporting this morning.
On Guardian newspaper, we have underutilization, debt hobble $4.12 billion rail rehabilitation project. Page 6. NAS leadership aspirant adamant despite APC promise to revisit zoning. Let's reclaim stolen mandates. PDP lost glory. Article task party members. Intrigues protest as immigration boss gets controversial tenure extension. Nigeria's oil output hit record low as Angola takes lead. These are the leading stories, the leading headlines on the Guardian's newspaper.
On the Guardian newspaper, you will see this. NAS leadership aspirant adamant despite APC zoning promised to revisit zoning. Just as it happened last year ahead of his presidential primary, when the All Progressive Congress APC sidestepped its earlier endorsement of Senate President Ahmed Lawan out of the 20 aspirants owing to the weight of opposition, the ruling party yesterday finally succumbed to pressure being applied on it by aspirants jostling for principal offices in the zoning of Senate President. The report also has it that the decision followed a meeting between members of the Senator Abdullahi Adamu-led National Working Committee and aspirant vying for the Senate President seat at the National Secretariat in Abuja. 3 of the Senate President aspirants, Abdulaziz Yari, Ojuzo Kalu, and Sani Musa, attended the parley, while Osita Izunaso, who was indisposed, sent in apologies. National Assembly leadership aspirant adamant despite APC promise to revisit zoning. The Guardian has the details.
Let's reclaim stolen mandates. PDP lost glory. Article tax party members. Let's reclaim stolen mandates. PDP lost glory. Article tax party members. Former vice presidents and presidential candidates of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the 2023 elections, Atiku Abubakar, has urged the party to remain determined and focus on retrieving its mandate at the Presidential Election Petition Court, insisting that PDP won the election He also called on leaders and stakeholders of the party to reflect on prevailing challenges and come up with strategies that will enable PDP to take its dominant place once again. Atiku gave the charge in Abuja yesterday at a reception organized for returning and newly elected governors on the platform of the party. The chairman of the PDP's Governors Forum and Governor of Sokoto State, Aminu Waziri Tambuwa, also expressed confidence that Atiku will be victorious at the tribunal. On the crisis in PDP, Damagum said the party has the capacity to settle its internal crisis, but added, we must ensure the party remains strong and vibrant. To read the more of this news story, you can go to the Guardian newspaper. Let's reclaim stolen mandates. PDP lost glory. Atiku tax party members.
Okay, going to Punch newspaper as the last paper for today. You will see this on the cover page. APC moves to pacify aggrieved aspirants. Customs sees sack of military uniforms. FG sent foodstuffs to Sudan for stranded Nigerians. Lagos, naked man found dead inside car. These are among stories on the cover page of the Punch newspaper. Giving attention to the National Assembly leadership, APC moves to pacify aggrieved aspirants. The All Progressive Congress on Thursday began negotiation with senators contesting the presidency of the Senate for the 10th National Assembly. The national chairman of the party, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, during a meeting with the aggrieved Senate presidency aspirant in Abuja, said the party will study the protest, the letter submitted by the aspirant as part of fresh consultations. National Assembly leadership, APC moves to pacify aggrieved aspirant. The Punch has the details of that story. Taking the last story for today, tenants beat up landlady for demanding electricity bill. The Lagos State Police Command has arraigned one Usman Ahmed before a chief magistrate court sitting in Ogudu for allegedly assaulting his landlady, Josephine Durodola, at her residence at number 25 Olani Street, Agility, in the Mile 12 area of the state. The defendant was arraigned on Thursday before Magistrate M.O. Tanimola for assault. The prosecutor, Inspector Donjo Berezi, told the court that the defendant committed the offense on April 8, 2023, around 9 p.m. at number 25 Olani Street, Agility, in the Mile 12 area of the state. Berezi added that the defendant assaulted his landlady when she demanded from him money for payment of electricity bill. Tenants built up landlady for demanding electricity bill. The Metro page of Punch newspaper has details. On that lighter mood, rather funny story, we'll say thank you for listening to Freshlight this lovely Friday. Do enjoy your weekend as we have exciting and interesting programs lined up for you on Al-IyamoyeTv and radio. Good morning. I remain OLUWAFISAYOMI, AJIBOLA.
And I am RISIQAT FUNMILAYO. Don't forget to always like, comment, and share our content. Thank you.